Hi ladies, welcome to my channel. My name is Yasser if you're new here. If you're not new, then welcome back. It's nice to see you and thank you for being patient about me not uploading yesterday. So if you're wondering what this is my little DIY project. We'll be making these curls today from Xpression Braiding hair. So the reason I actually decided to make these curls is because my mom watched the last video that I uploaded on Wednesday, and there's a hairstyle there that she wanted me to do for her. I kind of thought that I wanted to do this hairstyle too, so I figured instead of buying the crochet hair, I wanted to try and make it and see how it's going to turn out. This is my first time doing it, so it was a little bit of an experience. It was actually quite fun to do this, and also money saving, because for crochet hair for me and my mom will be around $60 or $70. So it's great that I can just spend like I think $5 to make it. So this is Xpression Braiding hair. You can use this pack. As you can see, if you buy the Xpression Braiding hair, it usually comes with blunt ends. They're usually not pre-stretched, as you can see. If you're going to use this same pack of Xpression hair, you need to make sure that you stretch out the hair, the ends of it. So just hold it. I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, just hold it like that and then pull the hair out. As you can see, just pull it until it is pretty much stretched out and feathered out at the ends. And if you want your hair to be shorter, make sure you cut it in half as well. So I had this other braiding hair as well. This is pre-stretched, so I ended up using this one instead because I don't want to stretch out the Xpression hair if I'm not going to use it or if I don't have to do it. This is in 20 inches. The brand is Model, and this hair is tangle free and you can put it in water, and I think you can use heat on it, but I've never tried doing that. So as you can see, it comes with a 4-pack. For one head of hair, you only need 3 of the hair. And I'm going to use Flexi rods as the tool to curl the hair. You can use anything else that is round, like straw, a chopstick, a piece of wood. You can basically use anything that you can wrap the hair around. So this is how much hair I'm using for each curl. You can make the hair smaller or bigger. I wouldn't advise going too big just because you want the curl to be defined. So this was the size that I was using. It was obviously a little different for each section because I was not counting the hair, but this gives you the idea of the size of hair that I was using. So I'm going to start with a bigger curl and I'll show you. As you can see, I'm basically just rolling the hair there at the bottom, making sure that it's tight. And then I'm going to start rolling it around the Flexi rod. If it's not tight, it's not going to hold around the Flexi rod. It's going to look slightly loose. But what I can say, like when you're doing this, just be patient and practice like 3 or 4 times until you become comfortable with doing it. I did practice. This was my 3rd attempt at doing it. The first 3 they were not terrible, but they were not evenly formed. To make sure that the curls look the same, you need to maintain the same uniformity when you're doing the rolling around the Flexi rod so that all your curls will look the same. If you don't do it, then your curls will look different and you'll look like you have different curl patterns. At the end here, when you're closing it, don't do it too tightly because I did that for some of them, and unraveling them after was a little bit, I wouldn't say annoying, but I felt like I was going to make the hair frizzy. So don't tie them too tightly at the bottom. And as you can see, because my curls are very compact, I'm packing it to make sure that it's very, it's short and that the curls are very tight. If you don't want your curls to be tight, then just use a whole Flexi rod for 1 curl. But because mine are tight, it allows me to use 1 Flexi rod for 2 curls. Okay, so for the second one, these are smaller, so the curl pattern is definitely going to be smaller and it's going to be more compact than the bigger one. It's the same process. I'm just repeating it again. I ended up using the curls from this one just because I wanted to try this one first. If you're wondering how many you need for a whole head, I would advise that you do about 30 curls to 40 curls depending on the fullness that you usually like when you do a crochet hairstyle. So I did, I think, 34 for my head. I'm going to have another video and I'll show you guys how I installed the hair that I made here. But I basically installed 34 curls. I haven't done my mom's hair yet, so I'll be doing it soon and we'll see how many we use for her. But I basically did this for my own head. I did using the pink sets. I used them, I think, 3 times. I did 3 rounds or 4 rounds for my own head to make 34 curls. So this is what it looks like. Please make sure it looks like this, like nicely defined. You rolled it nicely and neat to make sure that the curl look exactly like mine, if that's the style that you're going for. I'm going to repeat that again just so that you can see. I hope you're getting it. If this is your first time seeing someone doing this, I've seen people using so many different objects to do the same thing. You really do not need flexi rods, so please don't feel like you need to go out and buy flexi rods if you don't have them. As you can see, I didn't even go and buy more because, I mean, what's the point? And I'm not going to use them, or at least not as often as I think I'd be using flexi rods. So as you can see, the one at the front, it was one of my first attempts. As you can see, the curl is not as defined as the one at the back, and I don't want the hair to look like that, so make sure yours is defined. So after you finish rolling, the next step is basically to put it in hot water. You're going to be using hot water. Please make sure you're using an object to tan the hair, and don't use your hands. I don't want you to burn your hands. And if you're under 18, please make sure that this is being supervised. I know there's some younger people who watch me. Please make sure this is supervised, or at least an adult is there while you're doing it. And I'm basically just pouring in hot water. I'm going to leave it in for 10 minutes. I will tan them after 5 minutes. I don't know, I just felt like tanning them to make sure that all the hair gets the heat and that it's curled properly. Okay, so this is me tanning them after about 5 minutes. And I'm just turning them to the other side, and then after the 10 minutes I will just take them out and put them on a towel. I actually thought they were going to be hot after I take them out, but they were not. Surprisingly, I'm not sure why. I just thought that because it's plastic it might be hot after coming from the water, but they were not. So at this point I was able to unravel them. Although, like, now that I'm watching the video here, it looks like steam is coming from the hair, but it wasn't hot because I did touch it after. So at this point, the curls are still wet. I didn't wait for them to dry. They're still wet and I'm going to unravel them. I feel like when you unravel them when it's still wet, they're less likely to get frizzy than when you wait until it's dry. But that's just my opinion again. And that's because I've installed them, so I know that when they're dry, not all of them, like if you manhandle them in a rough way, then they do get frizzy, but that's normal for all the curls that I normally buy when I'm doing crochet. I wanted to share this, I mean, just for someone who has not seen people doing this before, and for anyone who's looking for a side hustle. If you're looking for a side hustle, then ladies, this will be a good side hustle. Become the hair supplier for your friends and for people in your neighborhood that you know. You can definitely do this and make money. This is really not for everyone, but if you have time, and honestly it doesn't take a long time to do, like I said, to do the 10 sets of curls and then to put it in hot water, it took me about 15 minutes for each round. So if you have time, if your kids are there and they have nothing to do and you guys are looking for an activity to do, then this would be a good idea. And I guess it really depends on whether your time is worth more than buying the crochet hair or not. If it is, then buy the crochet hair. If it's not, then obviously make them yourself. You can still do the hairstyle that you want, and again, you can use any colors that you like. I just prefer the black one because it just looks more natural to my hair, so that's what I prefer. But this is it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you've tried it, if you have any pointers for us, please leave it down below in the comment section. I hope to see you guys next time. I hope you're taking care of yourself and being nice and loving to yourself. Please don't forget about you. You are just as important as everyone that you take care of in your life. Have a lovely weekend. I will see you guys on Wednesday and I'll show you guys how I install the hair. Thanks for coming by, ladies. Bye. Oh, I forgot. I should say gentlemen too. I know someone called me out on Facebook saying that I only talk to ladies, even though I have gentlemen who are interested in hair who watch my videos as well. I think his name is Ali. He's from Uganda. Hi, Ali. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Have a lovely week, ladies and gentlemen. Bye.